What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm starting a new reading vlog. I think it's going to be a weekly reading vlog. What is happening? I think it's on autofocus. Weird. Anyways, I've been wanting to start this vlog every day this week, but I just didn't have time, couldn't. I went into the office. I was just really busy, so I never really got a chance to start this vlog this week, but I'm starting it today. I thought it would be a fun time to start it because I'm going away for the weekend, so I thought I would bring you along with me a little bit. I'm going to Quebec City. If you guys know a little bit of Quebec, I'm from Montreal, and Quebec City is just another big city in the province, and we are going there for the weekend. My boyfriend has a conference there, and so he's going for that, and then I have a friend who lives there, so I'm going to see her. If you guys saw my last vlog, then you'll know I was in the middle of reading The House in the Cerulean. No, that's not it at all. I'm just so used to saying that name that that's the one that pops out. Anyways, so if you guys saw my last vlog, then you'll know I was in the middle of reading Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. I have now finished this book. I finished it a few days ago, and I don't know how I feel about this book. I was so excited to read this, but at the same time I've had people were saying that this wasn't as good as The House of the Cerulean Sea. Not expect the same thing. The feel is very different. The topic is very different as well, so they're two very different books, so I don't know if it's fair to compare them to each other, like I was saying, because a few of us are reading it as a buddy read, and I was saying to them, I felt like this book was missing something the whole time that I was reading it. I just don't know if it's because the book itself was actually lacking something, or I just had too high of expectation from this book. The first half, I didn't really care for it. I was kind of bored by it, to be quite honest with you. And then a character is kind of introduced maybe halfway through the book. And once that character is introduced, I thought things got a little more interesting. I got invested a little bit more into the book. It's really sad, obviously. The major topic of this book is death and coming to terms with that. And so there's a lot of people in this book that has come to terms with someone dying or them dying, or everyone in this book has a connection with death on some different levels, and this is what the book is about. And so it's a really sad book. I just didn't really care that much, to be quite honest, for the main character. I loved the group dynamic in this book. I thought they were really cute. Nothing compared to House of the Cerulean Sea, but I did like the group dynamic. I didn't really care for the main character that much. The book starts off and he's this really mean character, he's really horrible to this girl, and that kind of grips you, and you think that it's going to be him growing throughout the book, but then he changes so quickly. Second chapter, he's this whole different man. Not whole different man, but he's already very different. He's already changed. So I'm just I'm not sure how I feel about it. The ending was really sad. The ending, it was really sad. So that's my kind of mini review on this book. If you guys watched my last vlog and you're wondering how I felt about this book, this is how I felt about it. And so I decided to then pick up The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. I was wanting to start A Kingdom. I went back and forth so much since that vlog. I thought I was going to start A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, did not happen. Then I thought I was going to start City of Brass, did not happen. Ended up starting this book, and I'm already about oh, not that far. I'm 100 pages in, so I have this much read, and I'm loving it so far. It's so cool. I'm really liking this so far. This is about a girl named Kiva, and she is a prison healer in this prison. She survived for 10 years, where people don't normally survive in that prison. And then she survived because she's a prison healer. And one day the rebel queen comes in the prison, and she's on the brinks of dying, and she gets a note with her that says, "Don't let her die, we are coming." But the queen is sentenced to the trial of ordeal, a series of elemental challenges against the torment of air, fire, water, and earth, assigned to assigned to only the most dangerous of criminal. Aware the sickly queen has little chance of making it through the trials alive, Kiva volunteers to take her place. So that's where I'm at right now. She just volunteered to take her place, and I am loving it. I had a little trouble in the beginning, but like the first few pages, I was just a little bit lost. It's not info dumpy, but like I had a little trouble in the beginning, but once you get into it, it's super easy to understand. It's a quick read. It's really fun. So far I'm really liking it. I'm really liking one character's name, Tips. I don't remember his name, but he's like the cutest little guy ever. It's interesting. I'm really liking it. I'm liking the dynamic in the prison. I think it's really cool. So I'm gonna bring this with me this weekend. I don't know how much I'm gonna be reading this book, but I still want to bring it with me. But what I really want to focus this weekend is going to be the Heartstopper volume 3 and 4, because it is a Friday, April 22. That means that the TV show, is that a TV show? I'm pretty sure it's a TV show. The TV show just came out on Netflix, and I haven't had a chance to actually read those yet, so that's what I'm planning on reading this weekend, so I can come back here and then watch the TV show. I'm so excited for this. I've already seen a few people on Instagram saying that they started it, so I'm kind of jealous, but I have to work, which is fine. So that's what I'm going to be focused on. I think I'm going to bring the whole series with me this weekend, because they're so fast to read. I kind of want to reread the whole series, so that's kind of what I'm thinking of doing this weekend. And I'm probably going to continue this vlog for the whole week, like the last week of April basically. I think that's what I'm going to be doing. So these are the books that I'm bringing to me this weekend. It's only like 2 days, not even, so I don't know, like I'm planning some stuff to do. I'm not gonna have that much time to read, but we'll see. And I'm driving, so you know, we'll see. But that's basically it for this intro. I just wanted to come on here and start this vlog because, like I said, I've been wanting to start it for a while now. So that's pretty much it. Let me know how your month is going so far. Have you read everything you wanted to read? Are you slacking on your TBR like me a little bit maybe? And that's pretty much it. I will talk to you guys later. Lighting is really bad. Let's get up and change that. It is 8:30. We're in the hotel room. We got 2 beds, so we literally slept in the 2 beds because why not? We got 2 giant beds. Let's open the curtains and see. So we got here late last night, not too late, but still. We got here. Let's not open that one. Let's open this one. We got here late last night, and we didn't really do anything last night. We basically stayed in the room. Much better. Basically stayed in the room and we watched some TV and everything. My boyfriend left super early this morning for his conference, and I've been up pretty much ever since because I couldn't get back to sleep. So I've just been on my phone and like watching some stuff ever since. Anyways, I'm thinking it's like 8:30 right now. Like I said, I'm thinking I'm gonna go downstairs on maybe like 8:45 or something, 9 o'clock. I saw last night that there was a Starbucks, so I might get some Starbucks and maybe a muffin or something to eat and go downstairs and read. Maybe in the lobby. Last night there was a fireplace going on. I don't know if they have that all day long. If not, it seemed pretty cozy. And I'm thinking I'm gonna read in the lobby for maybe like an hour, not even.
just a little bit. The Prison Healer, because I didn't get a chance to read anything last night. So that's pretty much it. Today I'm thinking I'm gonna go to the spa with a friend of mine. That's kind of the plan, so we'll see. And we'll see what happens. But that's pretty much it. I'm still a little bit tired, clearly. So I'm just gonna get ready, and like I said, I think I'm gonna go downstairs. And I haven't had some Starbucks in so long. I don't know what I'm gonna get. Do I get a cold coffee or a hot coffee? I don't know. I'm debating. I'm really excited though. I'm hoping there's a fireplace on. But if not, it's fine. I might go back tonight a little bit to read a little bit there too. I forgot my camera. Look at dumbass. I left so quickly. I forgot my camera. So we're on my phone. So I'm sorry if the audio or anything is, because I'm thinking, yeah. So I'm sorry if the audio or anything is kind of bad. I don't have my camera with me. That's pretty much it. Bye-bye.
It's Monday. It's about like 1:50. I'm in my lunch break and I'm about to get back to work. I have like a few minutes left in my lunch break, but I wanted to come on here and give you a small update. We obviously got back home yesterday from our little weekend trip. It was really nice. It ended up being really nice. I went to see my friend on Saturday. We did not end up going to the spa because girly stuff, but we still had a really nice day. It was really fun. We went to see Harry Potter. They were playing Harry Potter in the movie theaters, which was really nice. It actually kind of ended up being perfect because I mean the spa is always going to be there, but Harry Potter in movie theater, that was like a special thing that they were doing just for that day, and it ended up being pretty cool. And we went shopping after that. It was a pretty nice day. We went eat. Went to dinner after that. Anyways, I had a really nice time. And then Sunday we basically got back home in the middle of the afternoon, like about 3 or 4 o'clock, and then we just spent the rest of the evening, like, you know, when you get back home, like even if it's like a 2-day trip, there's stuff to do, and there was like laundry and whatever things to do. We had to get prepared for the week basically. But I wanted to come on here because I did end up reading quite a bit of The Prison Healer yesterday. Here it is. My boyfriend ended up basically driving pretty much the whole time. So I was able to read a little bit, and then I read this morning as well. And so I'm pretty far in now. So I'm about like 233 pages in now. I have read this much and have this much left, and I'm really enjoying it. I really like this book. It's I've heard really good things about this book. My expectations were quite high for that book, so I don't know if they met all of my expectations, but I'm really enjoying it. I think it's really fun and it's really interesting. Basically right now she's in the trials and she's trying to survive, and you know, things are happening obviously. It's giving me a little bit of Throne of Glass vibe, kind of just a little bit, maybe because of the trials, and she's like in a prison. And there's magic, but magic is not super important yet. There's like glimpses of magics, but it's not like very magic-y. Kind of, it's almost like dystopian with a little bit of magical stuff. So it's giving me a little bit of Throne of Glass. Granted, I've only read the first Throne of Glass, so you know, it's giving me Throne of Glass book vibe, not necessarily series because I haven't read the series yet, but book. Yes, I have the whole series, but I haven't read it yet. I bought them. They were on sale, And then a few of them were on Book Outlet, so I got them. And I've been wanting to do like a reading vlog, reading the whole series. I'm just dreading it, but I really want to do it one day. And I was also hearing that they were discontinuing the hardcover. They were not printing the hardcover anymore, so that's why I got the other one that was missing in hardcover. So anyways, that's not the point of this vlog. This is the point of this vlog. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's really fun. I'm hoping I can finish this soon, like tonight maybe, or like tomorrow, so I can get back to reading, because I am a little bit late on my reading, which is fine. I still have 2 books left on my TBR, and we have only 1 week left, not even. So there's that. Last night I ended up watching Selling Sunset, the season 5. I think I watched the whole season. I had 2 episodes left to watch, which I watched them during my lunch break. So I basically watched the whole season in like 2 days, which they're not long episodes, and they're only like 10 episodes in a season. But yeah, I like that season. I like that show. I mean, it's not a good TV show, but it's really entertaining. And I still haven't watched Heartstopper because I still haven't read volume 2 and 3, so I'm gonna wait on that. Maybe I'll wait for next weekend and do like a reading all of the graphic novels and then watching it. I know it's also spring Flingoween going on this week, which I don't think I'm going to be able to participate, sadly, just because I really want to read the other 2 books that I have on my TBR, so I don't think I'm going to be able to read any thrillers, sadly. I don't, like, yeah, it's starting Wednesday and we're like Monday, so yeah, I'm sad about that one. So they have one every season, so I'll know. I am going to be for sure participating in the summer one, because that's a week long, so I'm going to be planning for it, where I didn't plan for this one very well, so that's unfortunate. So that's pretty much it for my update. I have to go back to work. Okay, so it's been a few hours now. It's almost, well, it's 4 o'clock. It's past 4 o'clock. No spoilers. This is spoiler free, don't worry. But something just happened to one of the characters, one of my favorite characters, and if something happens to this character, I might get out of this book. I cannot. No, I'm not ready for that. I don't want that to happen. I don't know where this book is going, but I'm just not ready for this, and I'm keeping it as spoiler free as possible. I'm basically chapter, if you guys read it then you'll know, chapter 24. I just got to chapter 24. If this happens to this character, I'm losing it and I'm not reading the rest of the book. I've said it. I was listening to it and I felt something coming on. I felt something happening and I was like, they're hinting at it. Hey guys, it is Tuesday night. It's almost 6 o'clock. It's like almost 6 o'clock. And I just got back home from work. It was a really long day today at work. Yeah, it was a long day, but this was waiting for me on my front porch when I got home today, so I thought I would come on here and do a really quick unboxing of this box. I don't want this video to be super long, so it's going to be a really quick one. I don't remember anything about this box. I don't remember the theme. I don't remember anything. I do know people online were kind of disappointed in this box. I don't know exactly why. I don't know if it's the book or if it's the items. I mean, lately Fairyloot has been really good with their book, at least. Like, their book has been amazing lately, so maybe people are just expecting too much. I don't know, we'll see. And I do have also a really small update. I'll do that first, I guess. I have a really small update on City of Brass. I am now I'm like chapter 5 basically, like in the middle of chapter 4. So I'm like 71 pages in. So I'm not very far in. I am enjoying it. It is very different than when I've read it, like, than anything I've read so far. So it's really different. It is a little bit more descriptive than what I normally enjoy. I like normally more to the point. So we'll see how that ends up going. But I'm really liking it. It's really interesting. And I will continue this book. So that's kind of my super quick update for this. And then let's go right into my Fairy Loot unboxing. I don't want to tell you where I live. So let's see. Let's open this bad boy up. What was the theme? It was bittersweet. Okay, so first thing that I see, first thing that I see is the card that was last month's item, because I think the US, that we didn't have it. So I guess as I'm seeing it, it's items that we already got in the past. Like, we already got cards, playing card, which, I mean, I don't really need 2 playing card deck, you know what I mean? Like, they're pretty, I like them, but just one is enough, as I'm having trouble opening this thing up. Super quick. I'll go through them super quick. 52 playing cards. Ooh, I like the red though. Red is my favorite color, so that's always nice. And super, I don't remember who they're supposed to be, but we have these ones, really pretty. Then we have, I don't know, I suck, I'm sorry, I don't remember who we're supposed to have in this. They're really pretty. I kind of like them. I kind of like this one more than the other one. It's very Asian inspired, which is nice. That's six Crimson Cream. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I really like this deck of cards. I just don't know if I actually need it, because we already got one. I mean last year, but that's the thing. A lot of people have been subscribed for a long time, so when you like repeat these type of items, it's fun for like new customers. But for like people that have been subscribed for like over a year, they're just repeat. I'm saying that because I see this right off the bat, and this we got one already, but I love it. I love the one that we got. It is crooked. That's kind of annoying. It's crooked. Like, the printing is crooked. I don't know if I should do anything. It's crooked. It's annoying me, but I do think we have one, and we use it in our entryway where we could put like our keys and everything when we get home. So it is really, really useful. I don't know if I need a second one, but I'm enjoying that one. Next thing we have here is Fairy Light. It's Heart Fairy Light, produced by Fairy Loot. Once again, we got Fairy Light a few months ago. I don't know if I need more Fairy Lights. I like Fairy Lights, but I don't need more of them. Okay, so they're hearts. Can you tell? I don't know if you can tell. Right here, you can tell. Pretty. I don't know if I need them. Honestly, I have some already on my bookshelf, and they don't match them. So these are hearts. The other one that I had were moon, which I think I like the moon better. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I might try to sell this, to be quite honest. We'll see. Then we have here, what is this? Triangle of Dream Moth Pin, designed by Jess Hawk. Strange Dreamer. I like pins. I think they're nice. They're really easy to collect. I don't like love them, but I like them. I think they're fun to collect. And I have my pin banner right here. It's getting full though, so I need another one soon because that one is getting full. We have a book here. We knew we were getting a second book. I really like that blue. I really like what they did with it. An Arrow to the Moon by Emily X. R. Pan. This luminous love story cuts bone deep. Interesting. I mean, I like when they do books. I think it's really nice when they do books. Next thing that we got was, what is this? Addie Canvas Basket. Ooh, so that's kind of, so this is, ooh, That's actually pretty cool. I like this. I'm gonna use this for sure. That's really useful. I think. I don't think, well, I never received one of these, so I think that's really cool. I like the design. I like, it's kind of a washable cloth, so I think I can use this in the bathroom and maybe put like body care and stuff in it. I think that's pretty cool. I like this. It's useful. This is a good item. But I will agree with the rest. It's all repeat items that we got in the past, so I'm not like loving them. Like I said, I'm really hoping they do the YA and adult book only subscription very soon, because that's what I'm gonna be doing. But I do really like this one. This is fun. And now let's go to the actual book. No, I lied. We do have the tarot cards, which I'm guessing are still Daughter of the Moon Goddess, because I do not know. We have the High Priestess and the Emperor. They're really pretty. I don't know what the book is. We have the really pretty, I love it, bookmark. Fairy Scoop, we'll go over that super quick after. We have the letter from the author with the art. See, I don't know what the book can be, but the art print is really pretty. And so the book is Blood Seance. I don't know how you pronounce this, but it looks really pretty though. I really like it. Ooh, look at this. I love when they do this. When they do like, you can actually just, this is really pretty. I love it. We have it signed by the author. It says this book is inspired by real life horror endured by child soldier and the war on children in particular, and therefore tackles the theme of war, violence, and sexual assault. Please read with care. I think it's going to be a hard book to read, but the book itself is really pretty. This is the end paper in the back. Like I said, the book itself is gorgeous, and it is the returning of artwork in the reverse jacket. It's really pretty. It's like the, I really like it. I really like this art. It's so funny because she is a Nigerian Canadian young adult author. She grew up in Nigeria, which is really interesting because I mean, Asian Readathon is happening next week, well, next month I should say, and I was thinking, I was like, I read quite a bit of Asian inspired book, but I don't read a ton of like African inspired book. I loved Rage of Dragons, but I don't read that much. I don't have that much like African inspired fantasy, so this one is actually kind of perfect, and I'm actually really excited to read it. I have never heard of this, but I'm actually really excited to read this one. It's really pretty. I like it. So the book, Enero and the Moon book, a modern retelling of Romeo and Juliet infused with Chinese mythology. That's really cool. And our featured book of the month, The Blood Sign, is inspired by Yoruba Nigerian mythology and follows a girl journey of magic, injustice, power, and revenge. So it's a revenge story. I like a revenge story. Okay, so I will say the book is really pretty. I'm really liking this other book, but I'm gonna agree with people, the items were not the best. Anyways, that's it for my update. I will let you go, and I will talk to you guys when I read a little bit more of City of Brass. Bye bye. I only have like 2 minutes left, but I just joined Erin, and she is sprinting with Taylor. I'm sorry for the glare. Yeah, like I said, I just joined and there's like 2 minutes left. But I'm gonna be reading City of Brass. I think they just started like 7 o'clock, so it's like 7:40 right now, so I'm guessing they're gonna do a few more sprints. So I'm gonna be reading this. I am now, I think I've updated you. I'm now like 70 pages in, and I haven't read. I'm pretty sure I updated you already, but if not, then I just started I'm liking it. It's not like the best book so far. Chapters are like extremely long and I just cannot. I hate long chapters. They like take forever to read, and it's a little bit more descriptive than what I tend to enjoy. I normally like a little bit less and to the point writing style. It's a little bit more descriptive, but the concept of it is pretty interesting so far. Also, we just got an extra point of view, which is really interesting. So yeah. Hey guys, it is Friday, TGIF. I'm so glad it's Friday. This week has been so long. I don't know why, but this week is never ending, so I'm so happy it's Friday. It's about 10 o'clock. I just made myself a coffee and I wanted to come on here and kind of just update you a little bit. I don't know when's the last time that I updated you. So I just wanted to come on here because I did read a little bit of City of Brass and I'm kind of sad because I'm not loving it. I'm a little bit like, I'm 115 pages in and I'm not loving it. I might switch to the audiobook and see. I'm having trouble getting into it. There's one perspective that I'm really enjoying, and Ali right now, I'm just not loving his perspective, like his point of view. Every time it gets to him, I get bored a little bit. And chapters are so freaking long. Chapters are like 25 pages long, even longer sometimes. So it just takes forever to read, which I'm really sad about. So I don't know, I'm gonna be finishing this week. That was my plan, but I did start another audiobook because that one was available at my library. So I started Wedding Night by Sophie Kinsella. Can you guys tell? Here we go. I am 25% in and I'm really enjoying it. It's really fun. Apparently this is a new thing for me. I read a Sophie Kinsella book every month. I used to read a lot of her books and I kind of stopped. And honestly, the past few months, I read a book a month of hers, and I don't know why I stopped because they are really good. I'm really liking it, and I'm kind of running out of them. Except the Confession of a Shopaholic series, I'm kind of running out of them because I think I have Wedding Night, and then I have 1 or 2 more books left of hers, and I will have read pretty much all of her books. Because I've read Can You Keep a Secret, I've read Remember Me. I'm talking about the books that I have physically, not her newest stuff. I've read 20s Girl. I still have Undomestic Goddess that I need to read, and then a few of her newest stuff. So maybe I have like 3 or 4 more books left from hers besides the Shopaholic series, because I want to reread those. I've been planning this vlog forever. I just need to do it one time, and I've been wanting to try to read all of her books in the vlog because they're so much fun. I'm really liking it. So this is the book that I'm reading. Yes, I have a physical copy, but I am reading it as an audiobook because audiobooks are the way to go for her books. They are so funny, and I think a lot of them, it's the same narrator that does it, and she is really good. I just love it. I'm chapter 5. I'm like 120 something pages. This is chapter 7. I'm 100. Can you guys tell what is happening? I am 126 pages in. Her books are pretty big, I will give you that, but they're so easy to read. They're so quick and fast and a fun time. This book is only, I have like 10 hours left to the audiobook. I'm listening to it as like 1.75 speed, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be finishing it today, if not tomorrow, and then I'll try to finish this weekend. Like I said, I'm gonna try to switch to the audiobook and see if that helps because I'm not loving it. But I was on Erin's sprint, booked and busy. She did some with Kayla Wednesday, I think, and I was reading this, and she said push through the first book because the second book is amazing. And also I bought all of them. They're like right there. I think you can see them. I got all of them because I thought I was gonna love it. So I mean, I've heard so many good things about this series, but it's very slow paced for now. It's a really big introduction, and so I'm not feeling it that much, but I'm still intrigued. I just maybe once she gets to Daevabad, things will get moving a little bit. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to work because I am working and I need to work, obviously, because, you know, that pays the bill. I wish I could just read all day, but and I have nothing planned this weekend. It's supposed to be like really sunny and like pretty hot, like 15 degrees and everything, I think, this weekend. Well, right now it's 6, but yeah, 15, 17, 18 Celsius, I'm talking, obviously. I don't know how much that is in Fahrenheit, I'm sorry, but it feels like 2. That's kind of cold. But yeah, so I'm excited because 17 degrees Sunday, and all sunny, which is gonna be nice. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do like a cleanup of the house, you know, like spring cleaning basically. I don't know why I'm telling you that, but have you guys been obsessed like me with the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial? I've been listening to that all the time. Last few days could have been boring because there were like tapes and everything, so I haven't been listening, but I watched a few of it live because I'm obsessed. So, and I'm not gonna tell you my opinion on it, which I feel like is pretty obvious if you know, it's pretty obvious, I think. But yeah, I've been obsessed. I've been watching this so closely, following it. It's crazy. It's crazy. Have I updated you on The Prison Healer? I don't think I did. I don't think I did, but I did finish that book, and oh my god, that book was so good. If I have, I will cut this off, but I need to take a minute and talk about The Prison Healer. I finished it a few days ago, and oh my god, that book was so freaking good. I almost started the second book right away. I don't have a physical copy of with me, so I did buy one from Book Depository because I wanted to match my UK edition. So it should be coming to me. I mean, Book Depository has been taking their sweet time. Well, it's not them, it's the post, but it takes so long. But I really wanted the UK edition, so it's fine. But oh my god, that book was so freaking good. Very quickly, once the trial started, I just loved that book. I flew through that book, and that ending, that plot twist, it was shocking. I did not see it coming. I was like, what the hell? I needed that second book right away. So I went on Book Depository, I bought it right there and then, and I'm waiting for it, and I will for sure be reading it next month. It was so good. Like, that book was up and down. Like, I got scared so many times in that book. I think I did. Like, I was reading a part and I was like, if this happens to this character, I'm losing my shit. I got so invested in them. It was so good. I don't know why I like waited so long to read that book. I highly recommend it. It was just a really fun book. Like, it read almost like a dystopian. Like, I had that feeling like dystopian-y because the magic system is not very present, especially in the beginning. The magic kind of comes in play later in the book. So it almost read like a dystopian. Like I said, it gave me Throne of Glass vibe, the first book at least, because that's the only one that I read. But it gave me Throne of Glass vibe because it's almost the same thing, but like different, but like almost the same thing. But it was so good. Oh my god. Like, I cannot wait to read the second book. I was just... yeah, that book was amazing. I loved it. I loved it. It was so good. Bye. Hey guys, it is 4:30. I am done with work. I'm super happy. I am done with work, and I wanted to come on here super quick before I start my weekend because I wanted to update you on wedding night. I am now 222 pages in. So I've read about like halfway through. I've listened to it about halfway through, and this is so funny. I'm really liking this book. I'm really enjoying getting back into Sophie Kinsella's book. I just remembered reading them when I was younger, and just like every time they are just the funniest book. They are just like hilarious. Like, the situation she puts her character through is just so funny. It's like very out there and not that much really believable, but it's just such a fun time. I am loving it. So basically this is about a girl, it's about two sisters. It's about Lottie, who she thinks her boyfriend is gonna propose to her. She's like almost certain. She even bought like a ring for him, like because she said like it's really sad that like guys get like the shorter end of the stick when it comes to engagement, because they have to plan everything, they have to buy a ring, but they're not even sure if the girl's gonna say yes or no. And so she decides to go out and buy a manly engagement ring or something for her boyfriend, and he ends up obviously not proposing to her, and they break up. It's not a spoiler, that happens like the very first chapter. And so she gets like really sad, and she gets really bummed and everything, and it's a pattern for her. Every time she gets into a breakup, she does some crazy stuff. And so she calls her sister, and her sister name is Fliss. What's her sister's name already? I suck with name. Yeah, Fliss. And Fliss is recently divorced. She has a kid. They're both like professional. They both have pretty good jobs. They both have pretty good, like, career-wise, they're pretty settled. It's just like their personal life, it's not the best. And so like literally like maybe the next day or like a few days after, an ex-boyfriend of Lottie contacts her, and like weird things happen, and they basically end up getting married, and they end up going into their honeymoon. And Fliss is like, I'm not letting them consummate their marriage. Basically, she's like, if they don't end up sleeping together, then the marriage can be annulled and void. And so I'm not letting her do this because she's gonna regret it and everything. So right now Lottie and her husband just got to their honeymoon, and basically the whole staff is like making sure they don't end up having sex, which is like hilarious. It is so funny. It's not for everyone, obviously. It's like really a chick lit type of books. Her books are just very funny, very light, like chick lit-y type of books, beachy type of reads, but it's so funny. I'm loving it. It's a pretty like big book. Her books are pretty big, like 400 pages, 450 pages. So it's not a short book, but it's going by super fast. I started it like last night and this morning, and I'm already halfway through, and I think I'm gonna finish this tonight because I have nothing planned tonight. I'm alone at home tonight because my boyfriend has something, and so I have 6 hours left to the audiobook. I'm listening it to at 1.8 speed, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna finish this tonight because it is just so funny. I'm loving it. During my lunch break, I was trying to plan out my TBR for next month, which I basically have like a day or two left to do. I did my rolls like a few days ago already because I filmed them a few days ago, and so I was trying to fit books that would also fit the bajillions readathon that are going on this month, because there's the Asian readathon, there's the 48-hour live Bookapalooza, there is a mafia readathon that I really want to participate in because I've never read any mafia romance, and I really want to try one, at least one, and see if I like it or not. There's the historical romance readathon. I'm missing a few, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure I'm missing a few. And so it's just, there's so many readathons going on, and I was just trying to fit everything, and we'll see how that ends up going. Anyways, I'm gonna let you go. I just wanted to come on here super quick and update you on this book. I'm loving it. I'm just loving every Sophie Gonzalez book I've been reading lately. This is my third one this year now, and I'm loving her. She's just so funny. I'm gonna go. Bye. Hey guys, it is Friday night. It's actually pretty late. I'm getting ready to go to bed. I'm never prepared when I turn on my camera. I had a pretty productive evening. I worked out. We watched The Martian with my boyfriend, which I actually never read or saw the movie, and so I really liked the movie. So now I'm really excited to actually read the book, because you know, I normally read the book before, but now I really want to read that book. But it was really good. I really enjoyed that movie. It got me excited for, I'm pretty sure Project Hail Mary is being turned into a movie, and so now it got me excited for that movie, because I don't know, I kind of almost want to reread the Project Hail Mary because I just love that book so much. Anyways, I wanted to come on here to kind of close off this vlog because I started a really rough edit. Basically, I just uploaded every clip to my computer and kind of saw that this vlog is already like 40 minutes long. I think I'm gonna end this vlog now. And also, I did finish the wedding night earlier today, or earlier this evening, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cute. Every time I finish a Sophie Kinsella book, it's just a feel-good book. Like, it's nothing complicated, no fuss about it. They're so funny, light. They just feel good when you finish them. They just put me in a really good mood, in a really happy mood. I went online a little bit and saw a review on it, and people were complaining about the main character, which I completely, like, I understand why people would not love her, Lottie. She's kind of dumb. The sister though, Fliss, as well. I mean, they're probably the blondest, which I don't want to stereotype, but you know, when you think about the like blonde girl, they're kind of probably the blondest girl in any Sophie Kinsella book. But all of her characters are pretty similar. She reminds me, I think she's the one that reminds me the most to like Becky Bloomhood. Kind of this like airhead kind of type of girl. Still, they're really fun. I just really liked it. I thought it was really cute, and I had a fun time reading it. I'm really happy that I read it. It's gonna get a 4-star out of me, kind of pretty much like any other Sophie Kinsella book. Nothing like super memorable, nothing super like thing I'm gonna remember for the rest of my life, nothing that impacted me in any way, but I just had a really fun time reading it, so I'm really happy that I read it. I thought it was really fun. So that's pretty much it for this book. Like I said, I do want to end this vlog now. I did get a package earlier in the mail, so I'll open it right now, I guess. I already know what it is. I got scared because Amazon only had like a few copies left, and so I was like, I know like with supplies right now and everything, sometimes books are hard to get, and I really wanted that book in hardcover, and I was like, is this out of print? Are they not making this one anymore? I don't know. Like I said, they only had a few more left in stock, so I just got it before it sold out. I think they had like 3 left in stock. So hopefully it's in good condition. I've stopped buying books out of Amazon lately because they're always damaged, which is really annoying. But this one seems to be in good condition actually, which, yes, I'm happy. Okay, so I got book 2 in the Nevernight series, God's Grave. Oh, it's Dark Dawn, yeah. So the second book is God's Grave. I read the first book 2 months ago. I really enjoyed it, so I've been wanting to read the second book pretty recently, so I'm excited to finally read this. Interesting. Very, very interesting. They have like new map in the book. Anyways, so that's just what I got. Super small haul. And then I guess if you guys want to see my full thoughts on City of Brass, you guys can tune in my next vlog, because I've been on a roll now lately. So I think I'm just gonna start a new vlog probably like tomorrow or Sunday or something. So if you guys want to see my thoughts on that book, stay tuned for my next vlog. That's pretty much it for this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night depending on when you're watching this, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.